Dear God, I got one question. I need to know, do revolutionaries go to heaven? And if so, may their legacies last forever and their seeds grow. Tell them that we love them so and never let them die slow. It's like we cursed to be born black. We was kings and queens, now look where we at. I know it won't be long before we take it back. I just hope I live long enough to see it happen, and that's a fact. Cause one thing when you pro-black, you might love your people, but they may not love you back. For more than 400 years, we've been under attack. We survived slavery and then they gave us crack. Do revolutionaries go to heaven? 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 I wanna know. Do revolutionaries go to heaven? I hope so. Do revolutionaries go to heaven? I wanna know. Do revolutionaries go to heaven? I hope.
Peace, Queen. How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
All is well. Thank you for coming on the show. I truly appreciate you.
Likewise. Honestly, that's why I said like my phone is giving me issues. It didn't want to log in, so I'm like, okay, backup plan.
Oh yeah, I understand definitely. So we're gonna get right into it. Thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of Taye Speaks. We got a very special guest in the house, very talented, very creative, very beautiful guest. So for the viewers who don't know, let them know what your name is, and definitely let them know where you're from.
Okay, my name is Kimberly Anderson. I also go by the name of KMA. That's my pen name. Every poem you see entitled KMA at the bottom belongs to me. No copyrights reserved. I'm from South Africa. I grew up in a small town called Eshowe in KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. Currently in Johannesburg at the moment for the past 4 years now. And
Oh,
I'm a
okay, that's
poet,
really cool.
teacher, mom, wife. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I lived in Johannesburg in 2020. I was there during the lockdown. I was in Mabonang.
Ooh, that's like 10, 15 minutes away from me.
Oh, okay.
And how was your
Yeah.
experience though?
Oh, it was real cool. It was a great experience. For the viewers who don't know, Mabonang is like an art district. A lot of musicians, a lot of singers, a lot of dancers, rappers, producers, photographers, a lot of very, very artistic and creative people come to this neighborhood and display their talents. It's a very unique place. I never experienced a place like this before. So if you ever go to South Africa, if you go to Johannesburg, you must visit Mabonang. It's beautiful artwork all around. I shot a music video out there while I was there last year.
That's amazing. I think I did see it. I think I saw it through CB at some point
Hmm.
because CB's a. I've known CB for a long time. We go way back, like high school way back.
Wow. Okay. Big shout out to CV No Goes. That's my bro. Okay. So when did you start writing poetry?
I started writing a long time ago. I think I was probably in primary, high school, but I didn't know what it was. I because of coming from such a small neighborhood or environment community, we weren't exposed to a lot of things like poetry. We just knew poetry as per Shakespeare, what we learned in high school. But once I moved out here to Johannesburg within the past 4 years, I took it more seriously. Um, from moving and going through a lot of emotional uphills and downs, getting to express myself in the best form because I moved out here without my family, my close knit family. So it was the furthest I moved away from like my mom, my aunt. So I didn't have that thing of now I could just walk out and like 5 minutes away, that's my aunt's house or my mom. So I had to deal with that. So I found my outlet, the best outlet to use was poetry. And I started posting a few things on Facebook, and a friend of mine was like, but that's poetry. You should post that. You should start a page. You should take it more seriously. And yeah, we're 4 years in, and it's been an amazing journey. And that's basically how it started.
Oh, okay, okay. So for the viewers who don't know, so I guess Johannesburg is like New York City. So Ishawe, that's outside of Durban, right? I've been to Ishawe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's a small place. You saw how tiny it is. I like to call it our little farming town because it's this we surrounded by farms, and as I said, like we weren't exposed to a lot of things as per when you go to Durban. So I got to experience a lot of things when I got to Durban. I was like, ooh, so there's clubs here. So this is what happens here, you know. So like I mean, Ishawi is so small they only have McDonald's now. Um,
Mm.
so it tells you how small of a place it is. And the fact that like when we had to move, like as you say, Johannesburg is kind of like the New York City because we call it Egoli, or like a city of gold, because people's hopes here are like, oh, when you go there you're gonna make it. You're gonna make money,
Right.
but they don't realize that also it's tough. You gotta work for everything that you have.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Do you have any favorite poets?
um I have a few favorites, but at this moment in time, I think I'm gonna flex and say I am my favorite poet, because
Okay.
the when you start the journey of writing and you start taking it more seriously, and I was saying to a friend of mine as well, it's like I've found a different persona or part of myself that I didn't know existed. Because Kimberly Anderson is very kind of reserved. She's very quiet, as much as she's very outgoing, but she can be very reserved in a lot of ways. But then KMA is something else. She's a historian. She digs deep into history. She writes poems that cut through, parts of you that didn't even know would feel some type of way about certain topics and certain issues that are very thought provoking. So that's why I would say that I am my favorite poet at this point.
Okay, that's cool. That's real cool.